All right, let's talk heavyweights. Deontay Wilder took on the old veteran Sergei Liakhovich. It was a good showbox card that they actually put on. So before I talk about that fight, let me go back a couple of fights and let me talk about Jamar Charlo and Antoine Smith. Antoine Smith, again, I want to say this is maybe his third time, comes into the fight overweight. And not only did he miss the junior middleweight limit, he didn't just miss it by a little bit, he missed it by 5 pounds. You kind of reminds you of Castillo back in the day against you know, Diego Corrales, those times where he came in, 4 and 4.5 pounds overweight. When a guy comes in like that, it kind of makes you wonder, did that guy even try to make weight? But be that as it was, the fight still went on. Smith is fined 20% of his purse. Charlo takes the fight anyway and looked pretty good in that fight. If you notice, Smith was putting a lot of his weight on his back foot. Generally, when a guy does that, he's generally not going to get hit much. But Charlo, being longer and taller than him, was he kept moving to his left, which he was moving right into Antoine Smith's right hand. But every time Charlo moved to the left, he was popping the jab up high, popping it straight to the body, and throwing his right hand over Smith left hand. The way that Charlo looked with that sharp jab remind me of a young Jermaine Taylor. If you remember, before the first Bernard Hopkins fight, Jermaine Taylor was known for what? He was known for his jab. He was known for that sharp, pinpoint jab. I mean, it just a strong jab. For some reason, after that, Jermaine Taylor jab wasn't the same after that first Hopkins fight. But back to this fight, Charlo has the same type of jab where the jab looked like it hurts. Anyway, he did what he should have did. He was had a good jab. He was very patient, and he caught Smith with that straight right, and then it was the 1-2 that put him out. It was the jab, and it was that right overhand that caught Smith on the top of the head. Smith gets up, his legs was unsteady. It was a good stoppage. Charlo will move on. He's now 15-0. I don't know what's down the road for him, but I think that they should keep moving him, moving him slow, moving him in the right direction. I'm and not saying they should let him step back, but let's move him up a fight a little bit higher than Smith, and let's keep moving Jamal in the right direction. Moving on to the main event, which was heavyweights. Big, long, strong Deontay Wilder against Sergei Liakhovich. I thought that maybe this fight might go 3 rounds. Wilder would get a little bit of work in because Liakhovich is tough. But it didn't turn out that way. Basically, it was a left right right hand, then another right hand at the top of the head. Lycole falls down, and he basically, I mean, it was scary. I mean, when he first hit the ground, his legs were shaking. And the good thing is that after a few moments of the doctors coming in and EMS coming in looking at him, he was able to walk out of the ring under his own strength back to his dressing room. So, what do we make of Deontay Wilder? I mean, he ends fights so quick, and he hasn't gotten any rounds in. So, what do we expect from him? Well, uh, this guy has natural power. He's very tall at 6'7" and 224 pounds, which means that he's in very good shape. He's not 6'7" coming in at 250, 260, 263. He coming in at 224, and he looks strong. And the boy's right hand is just a killer. So, what is next for Deontay Wilder? I think that people say they want to see him step up. I do too, but I still think you take it slow. By step up, that doesn't mean the Klitschko's. He spars with Vladimir Klitschko, which means that they may have somewhat of a relationship. I am in favor of keeping him away from the Klitschko's. No Vladimir, no Vitali. I think that you spend the next 3 years moving Deontay up and making and letting him be the next heavyweight star. Because the one thing that we like to see in heavyweights is knockouts, and this guy is now 29-0. All 29 fights are by knockout. So let's maybe pair him up against some other young heavyweights, like maybe Andy Ruiz, maybe Jennings, which I hear he may fight Automac. If Jennings wins, maybe that's a fight for him. Maybe the Seth Mitchell, Chris Ariola winner, something like that. Maybe even somebody tough like Derek Chisora or somebody who's tough, who hasn't been knocked out, who I can't think of right now that'll give him some rounds. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Deontay Wilder did his thing again. I mean, first round knockout. He looked good. I was very impressed. That's all I got on that. Thanks for listening. Catch you next time.